let's dive right in. If you're looking for the ultimate blueprint to actually master social media for your business, you're in the right place. We're going to cut through all the noise and give you a clear, step-by-step guide to turn your social media from a chore into a real engine for growth. So, let's get to it. Does this look familiar? I bet it does. You're putting in the hours, you're posting, you're trying to keep up with everything. But it just feels like you're spinning your wheels, right? It's a super common frustration. But don't worry. By the end of this, you're going to have a really clear, actionable plan to get real results without all that overwhelm. Okay, first things first. We have to build the foundation. Seriously, before you even think about what to post or running a single ad, your online presence has to scream professional and trustworthy. This is the part you just can't skip. Now, what's wild is how simple these 5 things are, but you'd be shocked how often people miss them. 1. A unified name everywhere makes you easy to find. 2. Professional photos build that instant credibility. 3. A clear bio tells people exactly what you're about in like a second. 4. Complete contact info means people can actually reach you. And 5. A single link hub organizes everything neatly. Just nail these 5 and trust me, you're already way ahead of the game. And here's the flip side. The things that can totally undermine you from the start. A confusing handle, branding that's all over the place, or a bio that's empty. Those are huge red flags. It makes a potential customer stop and think, are these guys for real? And that very first post, it sets the tone for everything. A blurry, low-effort testing post can kill your first impression before you've even had a chance to make one. All right, on to the next big decision. Your profile looks sharp, but where do you actually show up? The biggest mistake I see is people trying to be everywhere at once. The key isn't to be everywhere, it's to be where your customers actually are. Think of this table as your strategic cheat sheet. You don't need to be on every single platform. So, are you a super visual brand like a restaurant or a fashion line? Well, Instagram is your home base. Are you a B2B consultant trying to connect with other professionals? LinkedIn is where your clients live. Chasing a younger crowd with content that could go viral? That's TikTok territory. The point is to match the platform to your business and your audience. It's that simple. Let's make this crystal clear by looking at 2 extremes. On LinkedIn, your goal is to build authority and credibility with professional articles and networking, but on TikTok, the goal is all about getting massive, fast awareness with short, fun, entertaining clips. You wouldn't post a serious business case study on TikTok, would you? And a dance challenge would probably fall pretty flat on LinkedIn. You just have to know the room. Okay, so you've picked your platforms. Now for the million-dollar question. What do you actually post? This is where we stop doing random acts of marketing and start being strategic. You need a content plan. Think of it like the operating system for your entire social media presence. So why is having a plan so important? Well, for one, it saves you from that daily panic of, oh my gosh, what am I going to post today? It also makes sure you're not just selling all the time, but that you're actually providing real value. Honestly, it's the difference between just having a social media presence and having a social media strategy. And here it is, the magic formula. Look closely. Only 20% of your content should be straight up promotional. The biggest chunk, 40%, should be educational, teaching your audience something useful. Another 30% should be interactive stuff like polls and questions to get a conversation going. And that last 10%, that's your behind-the-scenes content that shows the human side of your brand. This mix keeps people engaged and happy, so they'll actually listen when you do have something to sell. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road. We've built the foundation, we're creating amazing content. Now let's talk about how to turn all that goodwill and engagement into actual business growth and attract real customers. So you basically have 3 main ways to get your message out there. First is organic, which is just relying on the algorithm. It's tough, and the reach is usually pretty low these days. Then you've got paid ads, which let you target your exact customer with a much higher reach. And finally, you have influencers, who give you high reach plus the incredible power of a trusted recommendation. A really smart strategy is going to use a mix of all 3. When you're ready to launch a real campaign, just follow this simple 5-step framework. First, what is the one thing you want to achieve? That's your goal. 2, what's an offer people can't refuse? Then, get your content ready, set a budget, and launch. But the most important step, the one people always forget, is number 5. You have to monitor it daily. Don't just set it and forget it. You have to watch the data and make tweaks. So, as your business grows, you're going to face a new question. Should you keep doing all of this yourself, or is it time to bring in a professional? And this is a major strategic decision, a real turning point. Let's do a quick self-check right now. Are you posting all the time, but your account has just stalled? Is social media becoming a massive time suck that's pulling you away from actually running your business? If you're nodding your head yes to either of those, it might be time to think about hiring an expert. But what does hiring someone even mean? It's not all the same. Basic management is really just about getting posts up. It's about maintaining a pulse, having a presence. Full service management, on the other hand, is all about getting results. It's a strategic partnership. It means planning, pro-level content creation, community management, and deep analysis. So you need to know what you're paying for. Are you paying for presence or are you paying for performance? So let's talk numbers. What does that full service management actually cost per month? Well, you're generally looking at a range between $800 and $2,500. Seeing the number in black and white makes it a real business decision, doesn't it? It lets you weigh that investment against the hours you'd get back and, more importantly, the potential return you'd get from professional, results-driven management. I want you to just pause on this for a second. This really gets to the heart of everything we've talked about. Social media is not just a megaphone to shout your ads. Every single post, every comment you reply to, every story you share is a chance to build and strengthen a relationship with a customer. Or it's a chance you've completely missed. So after all that, the most important question is the one right here on the screen. What is your first step going to be? Are you going to go back and audit your profile using those 5 standards we talked about? Are you going to finally pick your one core platform and go all in? Or maybe you'll sketch out your content mix for next month. Don't just watch this, use it. Pick one thing and do it today. Your next customer is waiting.